Quit playing. Start recording.
Oh, it's an earthquake!
That would be horrifying. Wait a minute. Florida's in the middle of a tectonic plate. I paid attention in one geography class, the one about tectonic plates. Hey guys, I'm Ryan, this is Future Riffs, and today we are going to take a look at multilinear playing, so doing walking bass lines while holding down our rhythm section as well. Let me see if I can show you guys what I'm doing here. So in this video, my goal is to show you guys how to kind of play the role as both the bass player and the rhythm guitar player. I am not holding a pick at all. You could do this hybrid picked, where you're using your fingers to pinch chords and your pick to play the bass line. But since bass players typically play without a guitar pick, I like the sound of my thumb because I think it sounds and translates more like an actual walking bass line. So in the intro, I played a riff in B minor that I'm going to show you guys how to do. It has this moving bass line on the bottom. It also has a little bit of some harmonics going on, and there is fingerstyle playing, so if you haven't watched our harmonics video or our fingerstyle video, go check them out. They'll strengthen your playing towards this video. So I think that'll be very, very helpful. So let's check this out. The first chord that I'm holding here is a B minor 7. So I'm barring across 2nd fret. I'm covering 5 strings, starting at the A string. Then I put my ring finger down on 4th fret on the D string, and then my middle finger down on 3rd fret on the B string. And that gives me a B minor 7. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. There you go. Sorry, I'm trying to be more conscious about having my guitar volume on when I'm speaking, just to avoid additional audio interferences and noises. So I had my volume pedal off. My bad. So this is your B minor 7 chord. We're going to base our entire riff around this one chord. What's really cool about this chord is that the open strings also sound incredible. When you lift your bar off, you have this really wide sounding, kind of 6-chord sound. Love it. So all I did to make that sound is I kept my pointer finger on the physical B note on the A string at 2nd fret, but then I lifted my pointer finger up so I'm no longer barring to expose those open strings. Now, what I can do now that I can lift my bar is I can move my root note around. So right now I'm playing B. So I'm going thumb on the B, which is on the A string, so A, and then I'm pinching with my pointer finger, middle finger, and ring finger on the D string, G, and B. So get used to that first. Let's start right here. So I'm playing the bass line separate. Bass, chord. Bass, chord, bass, chord. Now I'd say a really cool next step if you want to challenge yourself is go F sharp B chord, like this. So you already have bass movement, but it's not quite enough to do an entire song with. You need a little bit more going on. So my next move is going to be F sharp to G. So I'm going to go F sharp B, F sharp G. And at the point where I grab the G, that's when I remove my bar and expose those lower notes, giving me this really lush sounding B minor over G chord. Love it. Really, really cool sounding. Push this in a bit more. So then let's try walking that around a little bit. So we're going to go F sharp, B, F sharp, G. You'll also notice that I drop my hand on the strings percussively, like in time. It's to help keep us all metered when we're working on this. You could adapt this technique as well. I'm literally just dropping my hand on the strings, and it makes a little kind of a chuck tone, but a little one, just a little one. It's actually weird. Watch this. I'll take that chuck out. Listen to how barren this little riff sounds without that little sound. Check this out. Bring it back in. I like it. I like it in there. So now we've worked up to the point where we can take our pointer finger and go F sharp, B, to F sharp, G. F sharp, B, F sharp, G. But our chord has stayed in the same position. The entire time I've had my ring finger and my middle finger in the exact same spot. I'm just moving around my bass notes. That's it. That's it. That's all that's been going on so far. But I want to add one more thing. I want it to be a trick. I want to catch people off guard. You're already breaking out and playing a bass line at the same time as your rhythm line. Let's give them one more thing to really freak them out. Let's go up to A. So we're going to slide from either G or F sharp up to A, and then we're going to catch our 7th fret harmonics. So I'm playing harmonics on D, G, and B. So this is going to be the whole cadence. Let me break it down slow. I'm starting on an F sharp, going to a B. Let me work that A in there. Love it. I like that. That's such a musical sounding way to play a B minor, a G, and an A. So now instead of just playing that chord progression, you can do so much more with it because you're adding in these little techniques. Now, I like to separate out my bass line really often when I'm playing in a stripped down setting. Like if I'm the only electric guitar player on the stage, I love adding those bass lines in there because it fills out an additional space by adding both rhythm and frequency. So I have these low notes going on that are kind of broken away from my rhythm part. So what this does is this creates a really incredible bed for singers to sing on, or a piano player to solo on, or anyone, you know. And I love that. You're always trying to, whatever you're doing on your instrument, it should be an add to your team. You should never play for the sake of taking away. It should always be to strengthen your band. It's always awesome. It's great to see one phenomenal musician, but it's, in my opinion, way cooler to see a super tight band where everyone's working together towards the same common goal of sounding really cool. So I like doing these types of things to add. And if I feel like the part is too busy, then I'll back it up. So let's do another simple one. I'm actually going to play bass with my thumb for this one. I'm going to grab an A minor flat 5. And I'm going to go back and forth in between A. I'm going to use open E a little bit, and G. Now, this is a I might get some flack for playing a riff with my thumb. I don't know. But I love this. I think this is a really, really fun technique, and people don't expect to see it. It's kind of more of a bluesy thing, like an improper technique, but you're not going to hurt yourself doing it, so therefore you should add it to your, set of riffs. It's fun. It's really fun. So watch this. I'm going to go like this. So I'm able to do a whole lot with working my thumb through a couple different things there. I said I was only going to do A minor and G, but I got carried away and came down to an F for an additional bass note just for fun. But let me show you this just simple technique here. Take your middle finger and bar across 5 strings on the 5th fret, and then your thumb is going to take care of the E string. You're going to play with your thumb, pinch that same set of strings, then play open E, and then use your thumb on G. Back and forth like this. Then if you want to add more chords, just add more chords. So you can go down to F, back up to G, back up to A minor. You want a brighter sound, move where you're pinching. So now I'm pinching the G, B, and E. A little alternating. Cool. So you can start separating out your bass line just by using your thumb and using it in a sense, like in a bass player type of sense. So you can take your bass line out of a simple chord progression and operate it like it's its own part, and it'll sound a lot bigger. It'll sound like you're doing a lot more work, but really it's only adding a little simple thing. So yeah, absolutely. Now, if you're having some issues with the right hand techniques, once again, check out our fingerstyle video. That'll give you some exercises to work on to help strengthen playing without a pick. And then as far as the chords I was playing today, B minor 7, G, I was doing a little A minor 7 and A flat 5. Those are pretty simple. Some bar chords in there and stuff like that, which I'm sure you guys have probably got down all the way. So kill it. Try to work on these techniques. Like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything that I missed in this video, or if you guys want to see a different type of exercise with this type of thing. Comment as much as you guys can possibly stand. I want to read them all. It's what I want. You guys rule. Thank you so much. Practice guitar. Tell me about your life. If you got dogs, I want to know their names. See ya.